Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Audrey Wiggins, and welcome to another webisode of Make Something Happen. I'm excited this month to be celebrating Women's History Month. We're going to have Yolanda McCarty-Harris. She's the Diversity Officer at Cleveland State University. Dee Perry of OfficeNet Central, so we're going to learn about how to start our businesses and do it with a small budget. We're also going to have Greg Ulen. No, Greg is not a woman, but is going to be talking about a timely subject of alcoholism and drug abuse. He's from Orca House, the executive director, so I'm excited to have him speak with us and how that's affecting our female population. But today I'm excited to have Tia Kline in the studio. Now, Tia is the CEO, and she's also the Learning Enhancement Specialist of STEP, Learning Services Limited. She's providing timely, relevant, and useful foundational learning opportunities that empower, enhance, and enlighten learners of all ages. Tia is no stranger to the learning and development area. She is a skilled professional who possesses about 17 years. Is that right, Tia?
That's correct.
Okay. In various capacities and responsibilities that has taken her through the corporate training field, ranging from training facilitator, instructional designer, to administrative coordinator. And she presently holds a Bachelor of Business Administration in marketing from Cleveland State University. She's attended prestigious programs to enhance her professional experience, including the following. And I think that's important. We get our degree and we go through and we start practicing. And as the years go by, we never stop learning. We have to continue to enhance and grow our program. She's went to Cincinnati Xavier University, where she's got her design certification in training, facilitation, and instructional design. She's also certified in adult learning and has her and training generalist, and that's from Langevin, so she's certified there as well. Tia, you have a great background of experience and education that you're bringing to your program. So tell us a little bit more about what you do at STEP, and what does that mean?
STEP is an acronym for a company I started, which stands for Supplemental Teaching and Education Program.
Okay.
What we found with No Child Left Behind is that our children are being left behind.
Wow. Tia, you mentioned No Child Left Behind. Can you explain a little bit more about that and how your program is supporting that?
When President Bush was our president eons and moons ago, they enacted federal legislation that our children should be reading and learning at different levels.
Okay.
What happened with that process, the laws weren't enacted, but they didn't put the funding there to support that. So what we've been finding, and I've been involved with this project, that law was enacted in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing the supplementary teaching since 2003, so I've been doing it for 10 years. Our children are not receiving the foundational basis for basic reading and math.
Okay.
So they're getting left behind. They're pushing them to pass more standardized testing, which means that they're not having the instructional time to learn the things that we learned.
Absolutely. So they're taking up more time trying to pass a test versus really learning skills.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That is a tragedy. That's
It's
a travesty.
Yes,
you're right, injustice.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. So we're going to come back and we're going to learn more about how STEP Learning Services are benefiting people of all ages, with children and adults. So we'll be right back with Tia.
This is your day to shine, your time to win. So raise your cup and drink.
Hii coffee ni nzuri sana, kwa hivyo tunatakikana kukunywa, alafu tunasaidia dunia yote, trayendo los tesoros de la tierra a la gente del mundo.
Your time to win. Why do the same when you can go? Why do the same when you can go beyond, 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 go beyond.
Tia, before the break, we had started talking about the No Child Left Behind and how your program supplements that program, which never really enforced.
True.
Okay, that's what I was getting from you. Okay, so explain a little bit more about your program.
What ended up happening actually is I was actually the tutoring coordinator for Cleveland Scholarship and Tutoring Program, and I ran 2 tutoring programs at various sites throughout the city of Cleveland through the Cleveland Municipal School District.
Okay.
As fate would have it, the state of Ohio cut that program in 2009.
Wow.
Seeing that work still needed to be done, I started my own company, which is STEP, in 2010 to kind of fill in the things that the state wasn't doing.
Okay, to give us the acronym again.
It's the
STEP.
Supplementary Teaching and Education Program.
Okay. And your program, are there other programs like that around the country that that you know about that people have stepped up to the plate to fill in the gap of No Child Left Behind?
I noticed that some of the bigger companies like the Huntingtons have stepped up. They've formed a collaborative partnership with Cleveland Public Schools, but I don't think they're on the same level that my program is on, because not only do we do the educational tutoring, we also have a mentoring component as well.
Okay, mentoring, that's very key. Your students need they need a little extra push and someone to believe in them and to help to take them along that journey of life.
That's correct. Because what I've also found when I was actually working through the Cleveland Scholarship Program is that many of our children are not in traditional homes. The grandmother or an aunt or uncle may be raising a child. So there's other issues with the parents being incarcerated or having a substance abuse or drug problem, and the children are acting out. So not only are they having a learning deficiency, they're also experiencing some acting out issues from not having their parents in the home to support them.
And that really affects their learning abilities.
Oh, most definitely.
Because they're probably all capable.
Yes.
But they just can't get past life.
Right, and a lot of times, depending on the school system that they're in, they think they're behavioral issues,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have the time to really delve into what's really causing this issue. We just need to get them to pass the test and move them right along.
Yes, and that's sad.
Yes, it is.
That's sad.
It's so sad.
Yeah. So within your programs, well, I know you mentioned that the children may be behind in math and reading. What levels of math and reading, and what other skills or classes, academics that you may be teaching?
Besides the normal, our normal base of the kindergarten through 12th grade, we also provide services for the Ohio graduation test, which is a 5-part test that is usually administered to our sophomores, and they have to basically pass all 5 parts of the test before they will be issued a diploma in the state of Ohio.
Okay, all right. And does that filter in or feed into the GED program as well, or is it something totally different?
It's separate from that.
Okay.
It's separate from that.
Okay. Do you support that program?
If the need is there. If the need
Okay.
is there, then we
Great.
try to address it. So we have done some work with GED preparation. We've also had some adults come to us for basic writing and math skills improvement. So we just don't stop with our basic children. My philosophy is that we learn until the day we are put in the ground.
Absolutely, we should definitely think of that, no matter what kind of degrees we have. So I do know some PhDs who are professors who are actually going taking classes in other subject areas, outside of their research and just learning. Because there is so much to learn in life, and if you have that ability and opportunity, that's fantastic. Take advantage of that.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. I believe that we should never stop learning. There's always something new. My philosophy is we should learn at least 2 or 3 new things every day.
Okay.
And that's what I try to instill in all of the people that come through our programs, whether they're children or adults.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Now you're a mother as well, so you're doing some teaching at home.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I have a child that's going through the e-school, which has been a different process as well.
Yeah. When we come back from our break, I want you to tell us more about the e-school. Everything is the I this and e that, and the internet is here to stay. Some people are fearful of it, but you know what? We're going to have to just pull up our bootstraps and just go for it.
Yes, we have to embrace that.
Start plowing through. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to come back. I want to hear more from Tia Kline.
I can't wait.
Introducing my video channel. This is your own personally branded video website where you can upload videos in full HD quality. And unlike competitors and free services, there are no outside advertisements, no pop-ups, and no watermarks. And it's simple and easy to design with a few clicks of a mouse. No need for a programmer or web designer. Now you can wrap your brand around your very own video website, and it's simple. Easily add a background color or picture of your choice. Easily add a banner of your choice. Add your contact information and message. And then upload up to 80 videos with no ads, no pop-ups, no commercials, and no competitors' videos. And the videos automatically stream, no downloads. And the best part? There's no software to install. Imagine how this powerful tool can help you. My video channel, taking your business and your brand to the next level.
We're back with Tia Kline of Step Learning Services Limited. And Tia, before we went on the break, you were explaining, about just learning and the different levels and things that you teach. And mentioned that you're a mom, so you're teaching, the e-school and all that. But there's also a segment of the population that we call like displaced workers, people who've been laid off from blue collar jobs, and they're trying to re-enter the job force, but in a different way. So it's more white collar jobs available. So they have to get the computer skills, have to do writing. So are those types of services that you offer as well with STEP?
We're actually in collaboration with the Image and Etiquette Institute because that is one of the services that they offer.
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually contracting out to do the business communications, the writing, teaching people how to do resume skills, computer skills portion with that company.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so we definitely want
So there's a need there.
Yes.
I mean, we've been finding there's a great need for that.
Mm-hmm.
And in the world of texting and everything else, we're also noticing with our younger population that they don't know how to write formally. They don't know how to speak formally.
Yes, because everything is shorthand. This is the new shorthand.
Yes.
Except that you don't get paid to do that.
Right. Everything is 160 characters or less, or tweet.
Right, exactly. And that's so key that you, can you elaborate a little bit more on that, that you brought that up? That's good for us to know. About, coming from, re-educating even our youth. These are smart kids.
Very intelligent.
Yes.
Very intelligent. And we have to, even though everything is so fast-paced and our technology is changing, there are still some things that are tried and true that exist that we still have to instill, and they're not doing it in the schools. Mm-hmm. So, I've made a personal mission to make sure that these things are instilled in whatever way that I can.
Okay. Tia, what else do you see on the horizon as far as learning, the different types of tools or resources that we might use? The iPads, they have just basically imploded in the classrooms. We're seeing things from kindergartners through middle schoolers that they're having the application of educational apps that they're actually using. And I've been kind of fading away from that, but I find myself getting onto that bandwagon as well. Yes, absolutely, yes. And it's done, as far as research, almost not totally off topic, but with doing papers for school. There was a time when we had to use the encyclopedia. It was a couple World Book and Britannica.
Yeah, everything's good. Now just type in a couple keywords and you got it.
Right. Now, how is that enhanced or hindered the learning process, the skill of actually putting together a term paper, and as far as the quality of the information that the students are gathering up from their research?
It's made a difference. I mean, they can actually find things a lot quicker, but there's still some things that I've been finding that they have to go back and use the tried and true, especially when they're citing their sources and doing their bibliographies. They still have to use actual book sources, not just internet resources.
Okay. Yes, because we got to keep this brain going up here and growing.
Yes. Everything is stuck on internet land, but we still have to make sure that we use a variety or a mixture of resources. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing that I've been finding, because most of my students, they're so used to Googling everything.
Yes.
When you have to drag them into a library and say, well, you need to get an actual book on this, they look, and they can't research things based on, the old-fashioned way of going to the card catalog.
Oh, I was just thinking that. You said that. I was there. We had to get the card catalog and you know, and they actually taught us how.
Yes.
The little
Right, the Dewey Decimal
little-
System with the call numbers on
yes, and that was something.
So I find myself sometimes I have to actually, we make a site visit, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes my tutoring is not traditional. We may go to the library and I may teach them how to research using the catalog.
Okay.
And involve the librarian. Yes, the librarian can be your friend. You know, make them utilize their resources.
Yeah, that is so key. Well, but Tia, how long have you been off? You've been in this business in the arena for 17 years. Do you see yourself opening your own online school? Right now, you see the students in person. Is that correct?
Yeah, but everything
Okay.
right now is in person. Actually, as a matter of fact, I am looking into doing some online things
Okay.
as well. And there's some online tutoring that's available. You know, everything is online nowadays.
Yes.
So I'll be looking to branch off into that probably down the road. I'm checking into what I need to make that happen.
Okay. All right. That's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be right back with Tia Kline.
Thank you. Can't wait.
You can't say that's cute. You know I'm gonna leave that in there.
Hey y'all, this is Montina Portis with OrganicLifeProducts.com, where we're teaching part-time entrepreneurs how to achieve full-time success. And you are watching Audrey Wiggins with MakeSomethingHappen.TV, and you know what to do. Go out and make something happen.
We're back with Tia Kline. The one thing that's important when you're a business person, and even if you work for someone else, that there's always the opportunity to give back to the community, and that's part of what Makes Something Happen. T.TV is all about is giving back, and Tia is no different from anyone else, and she's an advocate of giving back to her community. As a matter of fact, and she's a member of several organizations. And she's donated her time and talents and made some collaborative relationships with some worthy organizations. But Tia, you want to share with us about that part of your life?
Sure. And I'm probably no different than anybody else, but as a child and through adulthood, we were always taught that we give back to our community, whether it's the church or organizations that require us to. And my thing has always been literacy. I learned how to read at an early age.
All right.
My grandmother, mom and dad, they pushed us to read and, learn everything that we could. So reading and literacy has always been like my passion.
Okay.
So one of the things when I was working with Cleveland Scholarship and Tutoring, I had a collaborative relationship with the YMCA. And one of the things that we did for 3 or 4 years that we had a back to school rally.
Okay.
And part of that, before we gave away school supplies, one of the things that we did was they had an educational component where they had to attend educational seminars. I think it was 2, and they had vendors. So one of the things that I volunteered for was to put together the actual educational seminar. So we gathered speakers and did that sort of thing. So that was important, and that was a great thing. I learned a lot in that process.
That's awesome.
One of the things that resulted from that, and also another outshoot of that was they had a Black and Hispanic Achievers group, and I actually went in and did some sessions for the students, taught them how to study better, how to improve their test-taking skills, and things of that nature.
Okay. Wow, that's exciting. Then what's coming up this year?
This year has been a busy year. I'm Also, some things that we did in the midst of that, I've been asked to collaborate with Run with Endurance Ministries.
Okay.
I'm going to serve as a youth mentor for their teen female
Mm-hmm.
group.
Awesome.
So I'll be doing some things with them centered around basically learning and education,
Mm-hmm.
and just trying to get the young ladies, they range in age from 11 to 17,
Yes.
to get their, to improve their reading skills, to improve their speaking skills.
Yes, which means it's going to improve their life.
Yes.
And this is a great time to be doing that. So let's, you've been on a powerful course here from Women's History Month. I'm glad to have you. But you're also a member of various organizations, around. If you're going to mention a couple of those, and I know we're together. We're one together.
Eagles of Success.
Mhm.
We've been members of that for the past 2 years. Very powerful organization.
Mhm.
I enjoy it. I frequently facilitate meetings,
Mhm.
do presentations on personal development, spiritual development, business development, which I love. I love to talk. I love to motivate people.
Yes,
all
and you are
ages.
you're very motivating.
Thank you,
Yes.
Audrey.
And in our past meeting that we recently had, you gave a demonstration. It was part of your speech course to us about stretching, and you used the rubber band. You want to just give our audience a little bit of that?
Sure. I was tasked with giving a presentation on success, and one of the things that came to my mind was something very simple and basic, was a rubber band. And we often have to stretch
Mhm.
to grow outside of things, our comfort zone, the things that we like to do.
Yes. Yes, and it was deeper than that. She just giving you a little bit, but even as young people, and and actually it coincides in what you're doing. The step learning services of stretching ourselves to get to that next level.
Oh,
So
most
it is,
definitely. It's important.
yes,
It's important
yes,
that we are
absolutely.
well-rounded individuals in all aspects of our lives.
Yes, absolutely. Natia, are there any last words or anything else we didn't cover that you want to share with our audience today?
Just not to limit yourself. Anything that we can do, we can do. And if we make God the head of our lives, it's limitless.
Yes, absolutely. Amen. I agree to that. Well, that's all of our show for today with Tia Kline. Please tune in, and you can email her or contact her. Information will be down there. So if you know someone or you yourself need to get tutored, need a mentor, you can plug into her program. She'll be excited to have you there. Until then, you go out, you make something wonderful, positive happen in your neighborhood, and remember to live your life to its fullest.